You're so talented, Abby. I won't deny that. Talent isn't a floor plan, though. Reed already owns property. I'm not waiting on blueprints.
So hurry up. Utilize existing structures. When the hard seasons come, we shall see which structure will stand the longer.
50% of the downtown blocks are owned by Reed's family. That's not just a possibility, Abby. That's concrete. That's a base on which I can stand. Concrete cracks, Abby. Blueprints get built. You're not building a foundation, just continuing on the foundation left by others, not fully completed. I'm going to pick a man that has something. You're betting on promises and paper, aren't you? That's not a way I want to live.
I'm not asking you to bet. I'm sharing what I'm constructing. If it's not there to be seen, you would never be able to hold it.
This is the end of our friendship? You're not even going to fight for me? At least Reed would fight for something he already has.
I don't fight for those who want to leave. I create for those wish to remain. Go and see what is Reed's. Go and see what is Reed's ownership.
Perhaps you will have something real in 10 years. I'll have had a life by that point. I hope you do realize that.
I don't need decades. I need a pencil, plot, and reason. You have just provided me with the reason.
Don't thank me. If you fail, as you will, remember, I didn't pick the man drawing a building, but the man with a building.
I won't fail at building, Lena. I may have the unlucky ability to pick wrong people. That's the only thing I learned of you and Reed.
So we're wagering something. I'm taking the gamble of what is here now. You're risking what may exist the day after today. Goodbye, Abby. Truly.
Harlan Properties called the office this morning, Eli. Reed wishes to meet. 3 of his downtown structures are inundated, and his family trust is depleted. 3 buildings. The same blocks that Lena stated were concrete and permanent. Pull the filings. I'll read them at night and then we'll see what's left. No, I don't look very surprised. Did you know Reed's portfolio was this fragile? Or is this just the calm you've always carried? Comfort doesn't add up. Inheritance sits still. Creation out of the void will continue to move. I didn't follow Reed's portfolio, but I followed the pattern. The numbers are not only not fragile, they aren't even paper. 2-quarter delinquencies on loans, vendors pulling out. The board believes the brand remains strong. A brand doesn't service a loan, cash does. If his board thinks the name is important, then they're on reputation, not foundation. I don't care how it sounds. I care what the numbers mean. I'll save the buildings if they're worth saving. That's the work. That's the work. It's not a business for you. He stole away the woman you were going to marry. Now, he requires the money you've earned. She wasn't taken, Abby. She chose. What I earned didn't come from what I lost. It was what I started to construct the next morning. You are much better than most men. Some would allow the buildings to be destroyed only to see Reed fall. You're reading the paperwork. I'm not reading them to see Reed fall. I'm reading them because there are 3 buildings downtown. And they won't fall just because one guy inherited.
What time is he planning to be there? Is this to be a building-only kind of story? Or shall Lena be mentioned?
I heard that you've finished a big project. If I'm not sitting opposite you like this, I didn't think, but here we are.
I created something tangible. This is what happens when you begin with nothing. What's your problem, Reed? Don't sell the brand, tell me.
3 of our downtown properties are capital partners. The brand is more important than the debt would imply. I'm asking for investment, not a handout. The debt implies everything. A brand doesn't service a loan. Cash does. The numbers, Reed, not the numbers you show your board. I have the actual books. Every line, every missed payment. There's some credit to be given. Abby, these buildings have been in my family for 40 years. Transparency isn't a chip to be bargained over. 40 years is a long time. You should have seen the buildings sink before the water hit your door.
If this story is sucking you in, only subscribe if you want to find out what it does. No pressure. Some builds require time to complete. If this story is sucking you in, only subscribe if you want to find out what it does.
If the water didn't reach the door overnight, was it hours? The debt passed down with the buildings. Name your terms, Abby. I won't fight history.
All 3 buildings in his operational control. Your name stays on the sign. Your fingers are removed from the wheel. That is not negotiable, Reed.
For 40 years, Abby, you're asking me to give up control to the man who had none when I took it, not something to chew.
not something to chew.
3 of them you ruined the buildings on. My own terms preserve what is standing. Saving your pride is another story.
Then I accept. Not because I'm a fan of you, but because I'm a fan of what the buildings turn into if I let them go. Good. Then it's on to Monday. Monday. Bring the real keys, Reed. Not the ones your dad gave you for honor. The ones that actually do something.
You are someone who has stopped waiting. I got word about the deal with Reed. Use of 3 buildings, operating control. It's not an insignificant thing, Abbi.
I didn't wait a day after you left, Lena. I didn't wait after you left, Lena. What brings you here?
I'm not giving a tour of what I built if you want one.
If you've been watching up till this point, give a comment below. Was it Lena's most practical or comfortable choice? Who could you trust with your foundation?
I'm not here for a tour. Years ago, I took the easy route and found myself on the losing end with it crumbling from the inside out.
Lena, you chose a comfortable pair. There's a difference between practical, one survives uncertainty. The other just looks nice till pressure hits.
Do you still find a difference annoying? It bothers me knowing what you've created while standing here. I went the wrong way, Abbi. I see that now.
It's taught me. Well, that's more than it's costing me now. No, I don't blame you, Lena. I just don't hold the door open either.
What if there's one in which something reopens? Not the buildings. Us. It is not asking for what I've thrown. If there is anything left.
There's peace. That's what's there now. Not resentment nor longing. Peace. Not everything looks solid that is solid, Lena. You taught me that.
Most everyone's happy right now. You have the right to. Rather, you're standing there giving me peace as though it's free.
Peace has cost me nothing now. It cost me years. But I paid that. What I have got has nothing to do with what you owe me.
I took the safe route and I am here. Outside your creations, anything else you want me to build? That's not where I thought I'd be.
Most don't end up where they thought they would. Those who create something end up somewhere they can stand. Goodbye, Lena. I mean that kindly. Reed signed. Every term. This morning, the change of operational control is expected. The 3 downtown buildings are now officially under Harlan development. All 3, Abbi. Good. The buildings survive. That's what matters. Not the sign's name. Not who was where 10 years ago. The buildings survive. What about Lena? Yesterday, she visited you. I saw her leaving. She didn't seem like the sort of person looking for what she's looking for. She knew the price. No, that's not a loss, Eli. That's simply being late. She chose to be comfortable as the only comfort she was given.
And Reed? 40 years of family legacy he gave you because he couldn't carry. Is that a win or a loss?
It's like work, not revenge. I took his legacy since 3 buildings should not die under a man who never learned what holding is. You saved the thing that took your place. The buildings Reed won are now yours. This is no ordinary job. This is different altogether. They developed on inheritance. I used what I've acquired. They age differently, Eli. One measures a man by how he handles stress. The other may. What are you going to do now? You own 3 buildings, the firm is flourishing, and Lena is back out. What happens now for Abbi?
I will go back to the blueprints. 6 additional downtown blocks require actual foundations. Not inherited, not decorated, constructed from dirt, like it should be.
You're not tired? After a decade of construction from scratch, and now you are assembling the next 6 blocks, and it's as if it's Tuesday morning. Discipline doesn't get tired, Eli. Comfort does. Comfort relies on what it has. Discipline creates what it lacks. That's the essence of the game. That word tonight is better together than all of the cards put together. The buildings stand. The firm grows. Finally, you outgrew them both, Abbi.